Yeah, quick update here. I found out after the game, obviously after I spoke to you and after the game, that Tash did get an X-ray and she has a slight fracture in her nose, but she's still back for Thursday, so that's the anticipated return for her. That's the update.
For all three of you, I mean, I think you're now 10-0 when Stewie, JJ, and Sabrina all finish games.
Yep.
How big is it to have the three of them playing at the end of a game, and just how long it can take for this group to sort of get the chemistry that you're going to need for stuff?
I mean, it is nice. They've played together for, a few years now, and that chemistry certainly helps. It's just great to just get Stewie out there. I thought we started the game great. And, Connecticut, they've improved so much here, so I'm just happy that we found a way to win, but still lots of areas to work on and to be better at, and we need these games just to continue to build the chemistry. And, now we've got different lineups too. We're playing with these big lineups, and we have to work out what our menu is for that at both ends.
Stewie, a little over 20 minutes. Just how did you feel like your run today went?
Yeah, I felt great. I think that I was trying to get Sandy to let me play more minutes, but I wanted to push it while I was out there and see how I felt, and it was great to be back with the team.
That last possession, do you mind just walking me through what you saw and then the relief maybe you felt when Sabrina chased her down and got the block?
Yeah. Well, I was kind of shocked that they weren't fouling, because the shot clock would have been off. And then Sab passed it to me, and I probably should have just drove baseline or just held it. But I made a dumb decision, but KB and Sab had my back, making the hustle play and us finishing the game.
Sandy, for you, how much was this game sort of a know your personnel type game, especially when you guys didn't face Lacan? Anissa Morrow is now hitting threes.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they played really well. Like, Morrow and Rivers. Rivers, last five, she's shooting 47%. So, I mean, we knew we needed to contest her, and they were knocking it down. I didn't think, Morrow, after she made one, I didn't think we had the urgency to get out there, but to execute as well as we could. But, they gave us a good battle. They're improving for a young group.
And JJ, for you, it just seemed like tonight there were more of those hustle plays. We've talked a lot about hustle and effort. I guess just where do you see this team going from here when it comes to building upon that?
Yeah, I think it just has to be consistent now. We know that we can do it, and we know that we're successful when we do it. So just building on that and bringing a level of consistency to it.
Hello, all. Congrats on the win. My question's for the players. When Maureen Johannes gets angry with 3 seconds left in the third quarter, what does that do for a team's psyche? Someone so mild-mannered as Maureen, what does that do for a team's morale, psyche, and how can it turn into a turning point that fuels you guys for the rest of the season?
I mean, I think, honestly, I didn't see the play until afterwards, but, we stand up for our teammates and make sure that, nobody's going to kind of push any of our team around. And we have her back regardless of what happens, and she's not going to let someone punk her either.
Thank you for that. And, Coach, in your opinion, the early going, kind of a two-part question, how great was it to see Breanna establish an earlier going, and what made it so difficult to kind of pull away and keep up that pace for the rest of the game?
Yeah, no, it was a great start. It was good. I thought we played with the urgency, and our defence was creating our offence for really easy baskets with the ball movement. We had to get her in and out and change different lineups. We couldn't go over that 20. I just felt like, we knew when you get up by 17, you can't relax. And that's what I kept saying. They're coming because this is a really good team. They've really played well these last few games here. And you show that. They're young and they're athletic and they can, obviously Mabry can shoot, but you got Tina Charles. We also got the, Morrow, she has a double-double. And Lacan, I mean, she's quick. I mean, she was a handful for us, and we had a hard time containing her. So, it's a good challenge for us, and the most important thing is we won. But, obviously we're nowhere near. We know we're areas that we need to get better in.
Appreciate your time and congrats on the win.
Hi, everybody. For Sandy, in the first quarter, you guys took only 1 3-pointer, and there were a lot of like really great drives and rim attempts in the first. Just what did you make of the process on offense just to really start the game off?
Yeah, look, I thought we were moving the ball. We were very intentional, activating the corners. I thought that was good. I thought our screening was quite good. We were rolling hard. We're getting easy baskets. And when we get stagnant is when we stop doing all those things that make it work. But now their defense went to another level. They were blowing it up. It was way harder for us. But we've got to continue with the movement regardless of that and kind of outmove them, and not let them play the physical game and get into us that much. We like shooting threes. I thought we gave up some there too, but we got to be prepared to shoot. But if not, we got to make sure our next action mentality is a little quicker than it was at times.
Hey, Breanna. Talking about the movement in that third quarter, you guys are a little stagnant the first couple of minutes, but then start cutting, and it's you, it's JJ, it's everybody, and you end up with 8 out of 9 scores that quarter assisted. What do you think you were able to change at halftime against some of that pressure that Sandy was just talking about?
Yeah, I think we just make sure we move the ball from side to side. Sandy, touched on earlier before the game, like when we're on the third action or third side, we always kind of score, and that's when the defense is broken down. So it's taking what they give us, finding a back cut, finding the right read, and getting the ball into the paint. I think that's an emphasis that we want to make sure that we get downhill, we get to the free throw line, and make it really tough.
Just for Sandy, the kind of closing run was really that Sabrina, Emma pick and roll. I guess not why couldn't you get to it earlier, but what changed maybe about was, really crisp about those possessions?
Yeah, I mean, we just went to slowed it down all the way. We stopped running in the transition and we just played one of our, half-court sets and it was effective. It's the same play that hasn't been effective recently. So, it's, makes and misses really. KB made the big 3 in the corner and then I thought Emma did a really good job of getting downhill and finishing.
Hi, ladies, for the players. If JJ, I watched you earlier in the warm-up, killing it, locked in. And Breanna, if a kid were to see you tonight and they were like, I want to be like her, what would you say to them?
Oh, man, I tell them just to keep working hard. And, sometimes in the journey, it doesn't always look like you're like taking a step in the right direction. But, just keep stacking the days and showing up and giving it your all. And you'll see the progression. And eventually you'll be where you want to be.
Yeah, I would say the same. I would say be consistent. You see us warm up, and we do the same warm up every single game, and that's how you kind of perfect your skill and make sure you're having fun. Kids need to have fun.
We'll finish on Zoom with Sasha. Sasha.
Come on, Sasha.
Yeah, talk to me about, I think they said that this is your 100th career double-double. Just talk to me about those kind of stats
200?
heading into 200 or 100?
100.
100, yeah. Talk to me about those kind of stats, especially as you guys head into the playoff run. I think you guys have 7 final regular season games. So talk to me about those kind of stats and what they do for your morale as you head into the playoff season.
Yeah, I mean, obviously our team, we win when I have a double-double, obviously. And then just watching some of the other games, I think it's just a point of emphasis to be a little bit more aggressive, getting to the rebound, just taking advantage of the fact that when shots are going up, teams are turning their heads. And so I think we got to do a better job of being able to get offensive rebounds, defensive rebounds, close possessions out. And so it's a point of emphasis for me moving forward and something that I think I can do a better job at to help the team and to help us be successful.